It's Local Edition. Brad Pomerance here in the San Gabriel Valley. We are joined by Robert Hidalgo. He is a trustee with the Mount San Antonio Community College District, Mount SAC. What a beautiful campus you have. Give us a sense of the district.
Well, the district is a pretty large district. We currently have about 800,000, more than 800,000 residents in the district itself. So we continue to grow. Our student population is roughly about between 50, 55,000.
For one campus?
For one campus,
That's
yeah.
huge.
But that includes credit-based, non-credit-based, part-time, full-time. So it's a very good-sized district, and we have a lot of different programs, over 200 different academic programs.
I want to talk about the cost of community college. 5-7 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, $26 per unit. With the recession, we hit $46 per unit. We've stabilized there. We're still the cheapest in the nation,
yes.
But there are a lot of discussions about free community college, be it from President Obama, be it from Senator Bernie Sanders. What's your sense about the notion of free community college?
Yeah, it's been a wide discussion nationwide, but also within some states. And I think you look at a state like Tennessee that offers free community college, but at the same time, you have to look at their numbers. The number of community college students in Tennessee compared to California is very, very massive discrepancy there. So, there's a lot of California promise. That's kind of the big thing right now going on. But we feel like, even at Mount SAC, so many of our students are eligible or qualify for financial aid.
That is true.
Over 2/3 of our students are receiving some sort of aid in the form of financial aid or scholarship.
But there are some districts, Long Beach, San Luis Obispo, that offer some form of free community college. In San Luis Obispo, there was a grant, a bequest as a result of a generous resident, and so every student who is from that county will get their first year for free. Have you looked at those models, be it from grants or bequests or otherwise?
Yeah, that's something that we've actually been exploring on campus. And one of the things that we're noticing, and even with the California Promise that they've kind of outlined, is that most of the cost actually isn't in tuition. It's in the transportation, it's in the housing, and it's in some of those other things. So a lot of times the community college gets overlooked because you look at Cal States and UCs, and so much of the financial aid goes to that. Yet there's so many more students in the community college. So when I looked at the numbers, they had graphs and so forth, you see, and I was actually quite surprised that community college in some ways is more expensive because a lot of these students are working and they're paying for their housing, they're paying for their transportation, and there's no financial aid available for them.
But here's a challenge though. Even though community college, the tuition has increased, I mean, it's essentially doubled.
Correct.
We're still the cheapest of the 50 states. And so it becomes a question of optics. I mean, how do you get around that fact? I mean, when you compare us to the other 49, we're the least expensive.
Yeah, and we have so much opportunity here, and I mean, ideally, I would love to see it go back to where community college was free, back prior to the 80s and stuff. So if we can ever get back to there, I think that's a good idea, and I think the movement right now is to go in that direction, and I think those are good to have those discussions.
What about the argument, though, that to require students to pay something is of benefit, because then they have skin in the game?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some benefit, some value to that. Ideally, they're going to end up paying anyway, whether it's for books or some other form. So there's definitely a lot of costs, and I think a lot of those things get overlooked. And tuition is kind of the one piece that people are looking at, but there's so many other factors that that are burdensome on students, like housing and transportation.
Okay, his name is Robert Hidalgo. He is a trustee with the Mount San Antonio Community College District. My name is Brad Pomerance from the San Gabriel Valley. It's Local Edition.